Why is being bald a superpower?
I wish I knew how to ride a unicycle. I feel like I'm making an airplane, not a turtle. When you think about the commands in the Bible are all about relationships. When it comes to making important life decisions, you always want to make those decisions based upon what do you value most in life. Hi, my name is Tyler Long, and I serve as the Personal Ministries Director for the Washington Conference. I'm privileged to serve, and I oversee evangelism in the Washington Conference, and I get to work with Native ministries. I spend a lot of my time right now coaching pastors and church boards and helping to take churches that have been in decline and help them, by God's grace, become growing, thriving churches again.
Why is a door like a book?
Well, both a door and a book can be opened. You can walk through a door, and in your imagination, you can walk into a book. They're both usually rectangular. Doors are often made out of wood. Books are made out of wood. And if something's really important on the other side of a door, usually it's locked. And if something is really important inside a book, it's usually kept in a safe place, or maybe even have some type of lock attached to it, like a diary. How else are they similar? Doors come in many different colors. Books come in many different colors. Doors can come in different shapes. Books can come in different shapes. If you want to walk into a library, you have to go through a door.
All right, and we have a new first place.
Oh yeah?
Look at that. You
That
got
alarm
7.
is the one I wake up to in the morning.
I know.
You know when you hear an alarm all the time, it's like, oh, I gotta
Yeah,
wake up now.
that's the one.
Let me see how well I can do this.
What would you say for you is a key to a good life?
A good life. I would say there's many aspects to a good life, but if I had to distill it down, I would say a good life is all about relationships. The key is relationships. And the first relationship is the relationship that we have with God. The second relationship is, I feel like I'm making an airplane, not a turtle. The second relationship is the one we have with people, you know? And that, in essence, when you think about the commands in the Bible, are all about relationships. The first 4 of the 10 commandments are about us and God. The last 6 are about us and our fellow people. So relationships.
That's a beautiful way to put it. This is another one. What's a talent you wish you had?
Talent I wish I had. I wish I knew how to ride a unicycle.
Oh, wow. Why is that?
I bought one last June at a swap meet. I even negotiated. I spent about 30 minutes getting the guy down from about $50 to $40. After about a day or two trying it out, I've yet to really be committed to learning how to ride a unicycle.
Has your son picked it up?
No, because I need to be the one that kind of...
You need to lead the way.
Yeah, I think so. And I know that probably sounds weird, a unicycle. It's just one of those things I've always wanted to do, ride a unicycle.
Alrighty, we got 40 seconds left. How's that turtle coming along?
My turtle looks like an airplane. I'm stuck on number... How did he get from this to this? I don't know. I'm doing really bad here. There's a lot of reading involved. And so, yeah, let me see. So, fold this in. Yeah, this is not... I guess I should have said my one skill to know would be paper... what is it? Paper mache? Is that what I'm doing?
Origami.
Origami. Paper origami. This turtle's going to be a pretty amazing airplane. I'll tell you that. I think I'm doing it wrong.
All right, like steps 4 to 5.
No, that's wrong. So I got this far. I open it up. Oh, is that right? Like,
Oh, yeah, I think,
I think I did that.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, okay.
yeah, those two corners that you just folded, they go under that top.
This one looks like it needs to be this. Okay, I'm still on this one, but then it has to be folded. Oh, I see. The legs are starting to take shape.
There you go.
Turn the model over left. Oh, wait a minute. This. Oh, you can kind of see the shape
you
of the
go.
turtle. It's not the best, but look at that.
There, you got the turtle. You want to put some eyes on it?
Oh, that's what this is for.
Nice. Now we're gonna show the camera your turtle.
And we got to come up with a name for the turtle.
Yeah. What do you want to name your turtle?
I don't know. What's a good turtle name?
Could it be Shelby the turtle? Shelly?
Shelly.
Shelly.
Shelly the turtle. That is a great name. Shelly the turtle. I'm going to go home and I'm going to give this to my wife tonight.
All right. Tell us, why is being bald a superpower?
Being bald is a superpower. And by the way, here's the picture I'm going to be coloring. It's a bald guy surfing. I love surfing. Grew up surfing in Southern California. Still surf here in the Pacific Northwest. But being bald is a superpower because I know when it's raining before anybody else.
Oh.
Like this head is a meter and it's always on. And I'll walk outside and I'll say to my wife, I think it's starting to rain. She'll say, are you sure?
Yeah,
And I say the meter never lies. I feel the raindrops.
So
yeah.
It's a superpower.
It's
a
a
weather superpower. So Tyler, what is a piece of advice that has never left your side?
Interesting you asked that. I was just sharing with my son this. I was trying to come up with a kind of an updated family mission, just a saying that we could repeat to our kids. And so just the last couple days I've been sharing with my son 3 things. Whenever he goes to bed and I pray with him, I tell him never forget. Number 1 is honor God, be kind, and work hard. Honor God, be kind, and work hard. And you think if more people were to kind of follow that pattern, you honor God in all things, but just being kind.
Yeah.
In our society today, there's a lot of just, especially on social media, people are just mean.
Yeah.
But just being kind. And kind to somebody who may not be able to be kind back to you. But just to be kind because that's how Jesus treated people.
I love that.
Yeah, and then what was my third one? I already forgot. Honor God, work hard.
Work hard.
Work hard. Because even if you're not the smartest person in the room, if you're the kindest and you work the hardest, God will take care of you. Yeah. If you're kind and work hard, I guess it's emotional intelligence is what we're talking about.
Well, I think that kindness falls into God's commandment of love. I feel like kindness goes hand in hand with love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love thy neighbor.
You see
Kindness goes that way. Yeah.
how Jesus treated people.
Yeah. If you're facing a challenge or an obstacle in life, how do you handle this? And what piece of advice would you give people that could be facing a challenge or an obstacle in life?
I guess it depends on, how big of a challenge it is. Is it what school to go to, or is it what breakfast you're going to pick out?
Yeah.
But on the major challenges of life, I think everybody should make decisions based upon the value system that they have developed. So what is their value system? So for most Christians, their value system, number 1 on the value system would probably be God. And then if they're married, it's probably their spouse. And then their kids, if they have kids. And then, extended family and friends. And then their job. And then, I don't know, maybe their health or money at some point. And so when it comes to making important life decisions, you always want to make those decisions based upon what do you value most in life. So for example, I value my relationship with God is number 1. So if I had to make a decision between, honoring God or something else, God's always going to be first because he's first on my value list. Or if I had to make a decision between some random thing and my wife, I'll always choose my wife because my wife is, other than God, is number two
Higher in
on
your
my
value,
value list. And so we have to make decisions based upon what we value most. Hypothetically, let's say I was offered a job and I had to move to the East Coast and I would make millions of dollars a year, which would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
But the industry I worked for was one that went against my value
Your
system.
values.
Let's say it was a tobacco or alcohol, or something that just went against my personal convictions that God has placed upon my heart. Even though I'd love to make all kinds, a couple $1 million a year, because I could, certainly send the tithe here to the Washington conference, even if I lived on the East Coast, I wouldn't be honoring God, and I wouldn't be honoring my family, because money is like, last on my value list. It's important, but it's last. I want to honor God and my family first. So that's how I would tell somebody to make decisions. Make decisions based upon what you value most in life. And stick with that value list.
Before getting to that step, it's good to do like a inventory of your values, right? Like know the order. Okay, here's my values. Now I need to place them first, second, third, and then face life and challenges. That's beautiful. I like that a lot. I'm definitely gonna take that one to heart. How are you doing with that, with the surfer?
Well, he's wearing green and yellow trunks, and of course, like me, he's kind of, I guess it's February, so I don't have my tan yet, but he's a little tanner, but he's got a nice round head. I got to color the surfboard here. What color surfboard? Yeah. I'm going to make him bright orange. That way you can see him out in the water.
All right, so we've ran out of time, but we'll let you finish up your artwork.
I'm going to hurry up then. Okay, get one more here.
When was the last time you did a coloring activity, Tyler?
It's been a while. I visited one of our churches fairly recently, and I really liked the idea. But for during the sermon, they had paper tablecloths on these tables in the sanctuary, and somebody had, basically, they drew a picture on it, a religious picture, and then they had crayons at each table, and then while you were listening to the sermon, you could color.
That's cool.
And I always thought that'd be kind of distracting. But what I found that day is, as I was coloring, listening to the sermon, I was actually more focused on the sermon while I was coloring. And so this is what I have so far.
All right, we're going to show this the camera. This is what we got, Tyler.